And let me mute everyone. All right, hello and welcome. I'm Smriti Goswami, and welcome to inviting more clients to your business. So I'd put up a request and I'd asked everyone like what they would, if I was to create a gift call, what would you guys want me to talk about? And so most of you seem to have issues with creating more clients for your business. So we'll be talking a lot about that and what are the factors that prevent clients from coming to you, and what are the different ways in which you keep pushing away the clients. So we'll get talking about that. Before we get started, so I'd like to talk to you guys, and maybe you guys can unmute one by one and let me know what exactly are your major issues with clients. What do you think stops clients from showing up? Or are any one of you facing any issues with respect to clients?
So may I ask?
Sure.
Well, this is what I got today, that I'm not asking too much. Things are not showing up because I'm not asking too much, and I would like more clarification about that.
So what makes you think you're not asking too much? Like, what do you mean by asking too much?
No, because I also got that in my family, I was in some way gaslighted for being too much. So for whatever reason, I was as I said, gaslighted, but made sure not to choose too much and to try to fit this kind of energy.
Yes, so you're quite right. When you're not willing to choose too much, because sometimes you know what happens when you're choosing too much, and certain people might not like it, or if they are not willing to choose more for themselves, and if you're being an energy that's gonna where they will where you're choosing things that they would have liked to choose for themselves, and somewhere their stories or whatever limitations that they have, they're not willing to let go of those. So they're not willing to look beyond, and then they do not like the fact that you are going ahead and creating without any inhibitions. So yes, they will make you wrong. They will sort of try and hold you back. They will pass a lot of judgments. They will gaslight. They will do whatever they can to stop you, because somewhere you're choosing something far beyond. Okay. So everywhere you've chosen to stop choosing more for yourself, or everywhere you stopped yourself from choosing more for yourself, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Please, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you chose to be the effect of all those people, will you now destroy and uncreate that? Please, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyonds. So what I just did right now was an access clearing. Okay. If you want to know more about it, you can Google and find out access clearing statement. You'll know what it's all about. It is one single amazing tool to get rid of whatever it is that's bothering you, right from, like, you're removing stuff literally from the root. Okay. So cool. Yeah, that was a very interesting question, Alexandra. So before we get started, there are a lot of people who are here from the Fast Track Your Business program that I'm conducting, which is a 6 months program. So all those people are also here. There are about 14 of them. And so I just invited them on this call because it's going to be something similar to what I would have done anyways tomorrow with them. So what you'll be seeing today, what I'll be talking about today is how those calls are. That's that 6 months program. And once a week, there is a call with me. So the energy pull section is what we would have been doing tomorrow. So that is what I'm conducting anyways today, which we'll be talking a lot about. So I just invited them to be part of this class instead. So, you know, so it's just a little peek into how those Fast Track Your Business calls are all about. Okay, so welcome all of them, all of you who are already part of the Fast Track Your Business calls. Welcome to this call also. And you can go ahead and ask your regular questions the way you do if it's required. And I'll be sending you the recordings for this. All right. So yes, Alexandra, when you ask that question that maybe I'm not really choosing more, it does happen. Okay. When we are choosing more for ourselves, there are a lot of people's projections that we are able to perceive, and we tend to stop ourselves because it's not comfortable. All of us are very psychically aware, right? So it's not fun to see that others are not very happy with our choices or whatever how we are showing up in life. And then their judgments are what we actually start picking up. And what exactly is judgment? Judgments are just a way to control you. Okay, the moment you start perceiving other people's judgments, that is what they are. That's the way to sort of stop. That's number one way in which you choose to stop yourself. Somebody just asked me how I can join Fast Track Your Business. So this call was a 6 months call. So I think now we are already on the 5th month, and so July we are starting again, all over again. So I'll keep informing. All right. So yeah. And in case you still want to be part of this, let me know, send me a message, and we can consider that also if required. Otherwise, it'll be from July, we are starting our second batch, and we're also starting the advanced batch of Fast Track Your Business to the next level. So how does it get any better than this? Okay, so coming back to judgments, how many of you actually stop your creations because you perceive other people's judgments and the fact that they might not be very happy about what you're choosing for yourself? Okay, so now you don't want to be that tall poppy who stands out, who will be literally knocked off if you're choosing way beyond. Okay, most people's attitude is, how dare you grow bigger than me? How dare you choose beyond me? And at times that's not fun. That's not a fun energy to be, right? Now, if you choosing for yourself, if that is toppling other people's apple cart, that's not your problem. Okay, you never ever stop yourself from being more, from choosing more, from showing up more. Okay, yeah, when you're choosing to go beyond, when you're choosing to go beyond your comfort zone, there will be a lot of stuff that will keep showing up. Sometimes you'll feel your whole world is literally falling apart or crumbling, but just recognize that that is what is falling apart is the foundation on which you've built your life. Okay, and when you allow that foundation to crumble and fall, from this moment onwards, with this level of awareness, what more possibilities and magic can you choose for yourself? So just be aware of that and don't stop choosing. Okay, just don't stop choosing. Now, sometimes since we are on the topic of judgment right now, one of the main reasons why we stop clients from showing up in our lives, for our business, is because of our judgments, our own judgments about ourselves. Say, for example, if we are not very confident about the services that we are choosing to offer, okay, and if you have even 1% doubt, that doubt is what your clients will pick up immediately, okay, and they'll perceive that, and then they'll rather go to someone else who's much more confident and who's much more aware. Okay, where is the lack of confidence coming from? The fact that you're not very sure about yourself. It's not that you don't know things, you would know everything possible, but that lack of confidence is usually because somewhere you're doubting yourself, or somewhere you're making someone else greater than you, or making others greater than you. And that's what will pull you down. So you don't even need others to pull you down. You yourself are pulling yourself down. Okay. So the person who's stopping you the most from showing up, from choosing more, from stepping beyond your comfort zones is you yourself. Okay. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your bodies be to outcreate all these doubts and lack of confidence? Okay. And everything that doesn't allow that, with total ease, will you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all just voice and beyonds. Again, for those people who have just joined in, what I just did was an access clearing. I used the access clearing statement to get rid of all those points of view which are stopping us from choosing more for ourselves. And you can find out more about it. You can Google and find out access clearing statement, and maybe accessclearingstatement.com would have all that information. Maybe someone can put a link here on the chat for people who might want. All right, so what else? I have a little bit of things that I'll be talking about. There'll be energy pool for your business for creating more clients, which I'll be doing. I want you guys to speak up and say, okay, what other issues do you think you're facing in your business? What exactly is going on for you? Where do you think you're not able to create more clients? Because actually most of the questions on that particular group where I'd asked, most of them spoke about issues with clients. So I just picked up on that topic. I just follow the energy and just go for it.
May I acknowledge something?
Yes, Alexandra, go ahead.
I am grateful that I asked and that you facilitated me, because I asked because of clients, buyers, and so on, and wanted clarification. And now I got the clarification, but not only in my businesses, and I got clarification in all other areas.
Awesome. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible? Cool. Yes, Shreya, go ahead.
Hi, Smriti.
Hi.
So my doubt comes in, like, I do create for myself and my business, but it's the anxiety of every new month. I feel whether I'll be able to create again, the clients will be coming to me or not, or again, I go into the self-doubt in the beginning of the month. Again, though slowly I start creating, but then when the new month comes, I again go into the self-doubt of myself. So I really want to come out of it.
So do you realize you already have the answer right here? The self-doubt. So if you're doubting yourself, then that's what's showing up. Whatever you're giving energy to is what you're choosing to create.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are focusing on the lack, or if you're focusing on doubting yourself, or you're focusing on not trusting yourself enough to know that you will be able to create no matter what, okay, then you will create issues. And what happens towards the end? You are able to create, right? You're able to create because you're like, I don't care how it shows up, this has to show up. Then that's when you change that stance from doubting to saying, no, I have no other choice, I have to create. And then that's when things start showing up. So if from the beginning onwards, if you are willing to be that energy, that's what will start creating more for you. Okay. Don't, whatever it is, that suppose you're choosing something, or suppose you want to choose something. Let's take, for example, okay, now you're worried about whether you have the money to choose that or not. Now you're focusing on not enough money. You're like constantly focusing on, what do I do? There's not enough money to choose. How will I choose that? What will it take for the money to show up? Money, not enough money. So now that you're giving energy to the lack of money, this is just a hypothetical example I'm giving, then that's what the universe thinks. Okay, cool. This person seems to be very interested in lack of money, and because that's what this person is giving maximum energy to. So the universe makes sure that you have more reasons to have that lack of money, or those money issues. Okay. Now, when you're focusing on, I don't care how this shows up, I am choosing this. What do I have to be and do to get this? What will it take, universe, for me to be able to choose this, or for me to choose this with total ease? Okay. Whatever it is, maybe it's a house that you're looking to buy, or whether it's a class that you're looking to choose, or some particular business that you're looking to start. Everywhere you're making money greater than your choice, will you now just try and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shots, boys and beyonds. Cool. So that's what it is. So see where you're giving attention, what you're giving attention to, and that's what is actually stopping things from showing up. Okay. And also acknowledge that you are able to create later on. So acknowledge that. Acknowledge the powerful, potent powerhouse that you are, each one of you. Acknowledge your brilliance. Acknowledge everything that is great about you.
Wow, thank you so much, Smriti.
You're welcome.
I would love to join the fast track whenever it starts again.
It will be starting in July. So the new one. Okay. And
get the details for that.
We will.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Who else? Yes, Vijaya. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Smriti. I
Hi.
hope you are fine, doing well. Uh,
Yes.
Smriti, with me, it's some kind of innate fear. Like I create just the way, the earlier speakers spoke about. But there is some kind of fear that, oh, whether I'll be able to do it or not. I have the confidence that I can project. I have the ability, I have the skill. But the fear whether the project will turn up perfectly, and also along with it, oh, now enough because I need to finish this. And what happens in that is that I am creating, projects are coming in, and subconsciously, unconsciously, I'm sending the signal, oh, okay, now enough, right now I have handful, I need to finish this. And all of a sudden, everything dries up.
I'm glad you brought this up. So that's interesting. So my advice to each one of you is, when you go to have a lunch buffet or dinner buffets and in hotels, okay, um, you'll pick up a plate, a platter, okay, and you'll take whatever little bit of everything, whatever you require or whatever you think you'll be eating, okay. Now that's different because you're eating. But when when it's time for you to choose to fill your platter from a bouquet of opportunities and businesses and possibilities, I would say keep your platter full. It should be literally loaded. Okay. Do not think I will not be able to do justice to this. That's not your problem. You will create, you're a humanoid, you will create 10, 15, 20 projects simultaneously. You can create everything. Okay. And that's what will stop you also from creating crap in your life. So just acknowledge that. So when you're very busy creating so much in your life, then you don't have time to worry about who's thinking what about you, who's busy judging you. It doesn't matter because you're having so much fun creating and doing things that are really, really fun for you. Okay. So start becoming aware of that. Always keep the platter full, okay, with all possible businesses, all possible opportunities, all possible possibilities. Okay. Keep your platter full and keep choosing. There are times when you might get bored with one. Okay, cool. Now I have a choice to choose something else. But the moment you only energetically are putting a stop to it, guess what? You are only killing your creations, and that will not create much for you. So everywhere you've been subconsciously self-sabotaging and killing all your creations, will you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pok, online shots, boys and beyonds. Cool. And now from this new space of awareness, what are the infinite possibilities available for you to choose? What other projects can you invite into your space? How much more how much more money can you create for yourself? Right? Everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that with total ease. Will you not destroy and uncreate it all? Please, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pok, online shots, boys and beyonds. Also, you mentioned something about I doubt at times. You mentioned the word doubt. The moment you are doubting whether this is perfect or not, whether it'll be received well or not, that's where you're already giving that energy to people. That's how your point of view will create your reality. So if you're doubting yourself, then others will also, you're inviting others to doubt you too. So what can you do here? You can keep asking, so cool, what does this project require? What energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to make sure that this project is the best it's ever been, or it outcreates all other previous projects that I've ever handled or taken care of. Okay. So you can just ask whatever it is you want that project to be. What energy, space, and consciousness do I and my body have to be to create this project to be as magnificent as possible? Okay. So when you're giving energy to out creating all other previous projects, then that's what will start getting created. So make sure suppose you created one project, now the next one, out create yourself. Keep on out creating yourself. Okay. And of course, all the other people that you admire, out create. Ask to duplicate their level of creation, and then with consciousness attached, and then just out create. Okay.
How do I do that? I mean,
Just
in
by
terms of my
asking.
confidence also.
Just by asking.
What does it take?
What will it take? What do I have to be and do? It's a demand in your being or from your being is what will create. So how do you, yeah, go ahead.
So I also have this fear every time, how does it get better than this or anything we ask? I also get this attached fear with it. Will I be able to, like, for example, if anything that comes up and I'm not able to stand for it, or if I'm not able to, not really justice, but if it's some kind of a turmoil that will come, because for a shift to happen, a lot of changes has to happen. And if that happens in relationship, I'm always so afraid of that, whether how it will go.
Vijaya, whatever you're not willing to lose will control you.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever it is, you're not willing to lose will control you, it will stop you, whatever it is. Okay, let's take, for example, with respect to relationships. Now, someone who loves you and cares for you would love to see you grow. If you choosing more for yourself is making someone else uncomfortable, is that person truly your well-wisher? Okay, now, no matter how close they are, sometimes they're just testing you, or sometimes they fear that you're going to move away from them. If you start earning more than your partner, for example, the partner is always in that fear that you might move away or they might lose you. Okay, so all you have to do is be energetically connected with them and keep reassuring energetically. You don't have to say it even verbally. Just make sure there are different ways in which you can show them that you're there for them. And instead of stopping yourself, I would say invite your partner to more possibilities too. So when you're choosing more for yourself, when you're choosing a greater life for yourself, what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to invite your partner and your family to greater possibilities too, instead of choosing to stop yourself because they are uncomfortable? Of course, they'll be uncomfortable. Everybody is uncomfortable. Everybody's used to their comfort zone. They're so used to being in their cozy cocoon. Okay. So anytime, and also if you have a point of view that me choosing more for myself will jeopardize my relationship, then that's what you're creating for yourself. That's what you're inviting into your space. Your point of view will create your reality.
I really like that question where you said that, to invite your family members and partners to the same energy as to go ahead with the exponential growth that
you're choosing.
We want to.
Yeah. A lot of times, when most people, when they attend most of these access classes, okay, especially the advanced classes, there is such a huge shift. Your being totally changes, and it's like massive changes. Sometimes you just don't identify with your family anymore. You don't feel that you fit in with your family anymore. And they're hell-bent on making you wrong for your choices and pulling you back. Okay. Now that's a time when you have to really be present. And anytime you're attending all of these access classes, invite your family to receive the change energetically along with you. Also, you can send them a energetic email, or energetically you can just connect with them and let them know, hey, I'm here. I've not gone anywhere. I'm still here. Because your being suddenly changes, you change as a person, and they have a tough time identifying or looking for the same. If you'll also end up losing a lot of friends, because most people are very invested in you choosing to be a limited version of yourself. Okay. And most of us subconsciously choose to be a limited version of ourselves because we have to fit in with everyone, right? With our family, with our friends, so that they don't think we are weird. So we'll not choose what works for us, but we'll keep trying to fit in and talk like them and behave like them. And it suits them because they feel at level, at par, or they feel greater than you. Okay. So, but the moment you go all out and change, and they're like, how dare you just go out and change? Like, now we don't recognize you. Now we can't control you anymore. So that's the main problem most people have. They're not able to control. So everything that's just brought up for each one of you, will you now just try and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck off, all right, shots, boys and beyonds.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else has any questions? No? No more questions? That's interesting. Cool. There are 51 of you here. No questions? All right. So, cool. Let me talk more about creating clients. Okay. What else? How? Okay. So, how many of you are actually, like in my Joy of Business classes also, I ask quite often. So, how many of you are actually in sales of some sort? Okay. So, there'll be very few of you who will raise your hands. But I would say you should all be raising your hands, because every business has to do with sales and creating a connection with people. Every business. Okay. Your business, no matter what it is, depends on making a connection with people and selling your product and or service. Okay. One of the major ways that you can do that is by using the energy pulse, which I will do it just before we end the class or session, today's session. The last 10-15 minutes, I'll take you through the whole energy pull exercise. I will not go into explaining what it is all about, because that's part of a class, but I will just do a guided energy pull with you guys for inviting more clients. Okay. Now, yes, Darshana, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how can we bring in more joy in creating our own business and services?
You tell me. You tell me. So, truth, what is fun for you to do?
Being me.
Okay. So, what does being you mean to you? What is it? What are the talents and abilities you have that you've not yet acknowledged, that if you were to acknowledge, would create massive amounts of money for you? What are the talents and abilities you have that you don't really think are much, or you don't really think anybody else would be bothered about them, but others would pay massive amounts of money for you to use those talents and abilities to create something greater for them? So everywhere you're not willing to monetize all the talents and abilities and things that give you a lot of joy in the creation of your business, will you not destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys and beyonds. And also, whatever you choose to run away from, mostly, whatever you try to run away from is where your potency lies. Okay. Say, for example, if you run away from connecting with people, talking to people, and you're like, I don't like doing this, I don't like to talk to many people. But what if you actually acknowledge that you have a potency with connecting with people? And what if you can use that ability to monetize
Okay.
one of your businesses?
Yeah. Okay. So what if we get into the quantum entanglements of the people whom we are connecting with? Subconsciously, you don't even realize
That's a choice you're making, consciously or subconsciously. That's a choice you're making. So say, for example, when you're trying, suppose some of your clients have a lot of money issues. Okay. And if you're trying your best to sort out things for them, and if they are not willing to choose, if they're not willing to choose more for themselves, then you will get caught up in their quantum entanglements, and you will end up creating similar financial issues for yourself. I'm saying that because I've been through that. Okay. Because
even I've been through that. So how to not take part into that quantum entanglement?
So if somebody is coming, say, so let me give you my example. Okay. Now, there was a time when so if there are people coming to attend my classes or sessions, and if they have monetary issues, and I would be really, and I somewhere, because you want to be the best in your job, you really care about the people who are coming to you. So you give everything possible, and you give more than 100% trying to sort out things for them. Now, there are a few ways. One, if that person is not paying you for that, they will never choose for themselves. Okay. So no matter how hard you try to change things for them, they're not willing to create that change for themselves. Okay. Secondly, if you start choosing for them when they are not willing to choose for themselves,
right,
then you get sucked down that rabbit hole.
Yes.
Okay. Along with them, and sometimes even beyond them. Okay. And then you have to use all possible tools, every possible awareness to literally pull yourself out of that rabbit hole. Okay. That doesn't work. And I went through that, I experienced that, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm here to give you all possible tools, but you have to start using. Most people think, oh, I've attended this class, I have all possible clearings. Certain people are literally clearings hoarders. They'll just hoard on to everything. They'll make lots of notes, but are they even applying those tools? Because if you're not applying, it's like going to the gym, right? You go to the gym, you start seeing the changes in your body. And if you stop going to gym for 6 months, of course your body will suddenly, you'll end up putting on more weight, and the body will come back to its original size then, right? So that's what happens with this. You have to keep on using these tools every day possible. Okay. And the moment something is bothering you, what happens is, suppose somebody comes to me and says, oh, I have this issue with money, and maybe I end up giving them a clearing for that. Now that they have the clearing, they'll just save it somewhere. They'll maybe write it in their diary or notes or somewhere, and then that's it. Now I have the clearing, now things are sorted. No, it is not sorted. Once you get the clearing, you have to keep on running that clearing again and again and again, 24/7. Okay, put it on a loop consciously. Sit down and take out time and actually say it all out till that energy is known, till that funk is gone. Okay, the funk will not go if you just keep it in your diary. Okay, so everywhere, each one of you have hoarded a lot of tools and are not yet willing to put them to use. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Please, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyond. Whatever I'm telling you right now, I've experienced all these things. Okay, when I joined Access, I used to attend the class. I used to really pay a lot of attention, and I would learn quite a bit. But for one whole year, I never really bothered listening to those calls again and stuff. Okay, and of course, I would change and then go back into that rabbit hole and be done with it. And that's it. Till I realized I was traveling and I was sharing my room with someone who's also with Access. And then they would be listening to the calls 24/7, okay, even while sleeping. And I was like, what the hell is this going on? And that's when I started doing that. And it created such major shifts, because then I didn't stop choosing. One after another, things just kept moving, and effortlessly. So I would invite you guys to choose effortlessness with every choice that you're making in every possible way. Where have you decided it has to be tough? Where have you decided you have to convince 10 people? When you're choosing something, nobody can stop you. Okay? There's this dialogue, right? एक बार मैंने commitment दे दिया तो मैं अपनी भी नहीं सुनता. So yeah, that everywhere you're not willing to be that energy with each of your creations, will you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right, from good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyonds. And yes, there will be funk. There will be moments when things are just not shifting, things are not moving. Just ask, okay, what's right about this I'm not getting? What do I have to be and do to shift and change this? Or sometimes, you'll continue accepting certain things happening in your life. And it's like, how that rubber band is slowly stretching. Someday I'll change, make that change, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And that rubber band is slowly, slowly, slowly stretching till you wait for that rubber band to snap before you actually get up and take charge of your life. So everything that doesn't allow you to make that choice and make that change right now from this moment onwards, will you now destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, from good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyonds. Any issue, whether it is with your body, whether it's with your money, whether it's certain expectations from people, if you are not willing to be there for yourself, nobody else will be there for you. Nobody. Okay. This shit changes now, right now. Okay. The moment you make that choice is when things automatically start shifting. It's just that shift in your energy, which will start inviting more possibilities. So this call was supposed to be for clients, but it's taking a different shape totally. So we'll follow the energy of whatever questions you guys are asking. And maybe I'll create another call for the clients then. Okay, what else? Anything else, Darshana?
No, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Green question, more joy in creating creations and services.
Yeah, it's again a choice. Okay.
Choice.
And wherever, everywhere you've decided that you choosing for yourself means separating from your family. Will you now just try and uncreate that, please? Right from good, bad, hot, pork, online shots, boys and beyonds. As I mentioned earlier, invite your family also to more possibilities. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have any question? So when I was talking about how,
Can I ask you something?
yeah. Hi, Shilpa. How are you?
How are you? Well. So yeah, this is pertaining to what you were really talking about, Smriti. It also sometimes does happen that sometimes you seem to be having a hard time finding yourself, you know. I mean, with so many, with the last couple of classes and stuff that's been happening, what's happening with me that I am not able to, I'm in a space where I'm not able to find myself, or I'm not able to relate to my own self. So yeah, family is there, but can it also so happen that you can kind of totally lose yourself and have a hard time like connecting back with you? So can you talk a little more about that?
When you have really fixed points of view about creation and how difficult creation is and how it cannot show up just like that, just by asking for it, and how you'll have to work really, really hard to make things work and to create that shift, then that's how it will start showing up for you. Okay, it's your own points of view which are stopping you from allowing things to come into your space. Your own points of view which are stopping you from choosing more for yourself.
Now I am seeming to have no headspace. I am not able to connect. I mean, this is
Who does that belong to? Where are you actually already healing people who, with whatever's going on in the world right now, especially because of COVID? How many people are you subconsciously healing for and tapping into their lack of choice? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right from good, bad, pot, pop, online shots, boys and beyonds. Where are you choosing to buy into other people's universes of lack and choicelessness? Okay, and the fear. So when you're giving energy to that fear, then you are killing your own possibilities. You're killing, because if you're giving energy to more of that fear, then you're not willing to see what are the opportunities still available for you. You are just buying into those lies of, oh, right now there's a lockdown, there's no work, so I can't create money. So how can I make the choices? These are all decisions. These are all fixed points of view that you're buying into, right? What if you could choose to have a different reality with every choice you're making, right? Just because this is happening all over the world doesn't mean it has to be your reality. Whatever you're giving energy to is what you're inviting. So if you're giving more energy to the fear, lack of money, lack of choices, lack of possibilities, lack of work, then you're inviting that into your space. Okay, I'm not saying you just be ignorant. I'm not saying that. I'm saying be aware, yet choose for yourself.
Smriti, I have a question.
Yes, Ranjana.
Oh, well, like since I'm into the business of travel and tourism, so
Yeah.
everybody's aware that, it is absolutely on a standstill. But I know that I have a few people in my mind who are doing phenomenally well. Like they are into charter services and all that, and they're earning phenomenally well. So what should my ask be?
What if you could actually connect with certain people who are into air charter services right now at this moment? Ask them, I will get you clients if you can give me a certain percentage of whatever it is. Right now, there are a lot of medical charters that are going on for medical services, and whatever other personal services. For whatever reasons, people are hiring a lot of charter flights. What if you can actually connect with someone and ask them to give you a percentage from that? Because you thing is, you have a particular business at this moment. Because of the lockdown, things are not moving in that particular business because there is lockdown everywhere. What other businesses can you start? What else? What other revenue stream can you create for yourself?
That's where I don't have the clarity. And like if you're talking
You will,
about the
you will get the clarity when you start asking questions. What do I have to be and do to create more revenue streams?
okay, thanks.
What else were you saying?
Yeah, because when we talk of charter, so I don't have that kind of clientele in my database, so I just want to ask the universe.
You don't stop yourself from possibilities based on only what you have in your database. Okay. When you are willing to offer that, there will be people who require it will show up.
Thanks.
Okay. We will do the energy pull for that, and I'll show you how to go about it.
Great.
Right? You don't be limited to only what is there with you. What else? What next? What other possibilities are available? You have to keep on choosing more. Okay. And yeah, we've been taught and conditioned in our childhood and implanted with this belief that you can't be so greedy, you can't be asking for more, you should be satisfied with what you have. What if you are not willing to be satisfied? What then?
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah. The walk-ins class is now at 6:15, so we have time.
Smriti, could you guide something about creation for the body?
Creation for the body. I'm just looking at the time, Pooja, and I have a class starting very soon. So what do you want to know about creation of body?
Like I'm facing health issues.
Like what? If you'd like to talk about it.
Like emotional eating and not exercising.
So how many people are you healing and how many people are you eating for, Pooja? Okay, when you're not willing to take charge of your life, you start looking for or whatever awareness you're getting right now with whatever's happening in the world. Okay, there's a whole lot of barrage of emotions that other people are going through. How much are you pulling those emotions out of those people and putting it into your own body and holding it in your own body, which is not letting you move or to make different choices? So everywhere you're holding on to other people's emotions in your body because you feel I'm trying to cure them and heal them. And if I release all those emotions from my body, it's going to go back to the people that I'm healing. Will you not destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shots, boys and beyonds. And every time you start, and also when you're not focusing more on creating your business or creating whatever else that you're looking to create in life, when you're busy feeling, say, for example, I don't know why it's showing up, but if you're busy feeling sorry for yourself for whatever reasons, or you're feeling really miserable about the way things are showing up in your life, then you will resort to eating and emotional eating, because that's the one way to numb yourself. People get into smoking, drinking, or drugs and alcohol and whatever. Some people get into just emotional eating. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, you do it till it works for you. And the day you decide, okay, this shit changes now, is when it'll change. Okay. And sometimes like it's my personal favorite. And it took me a long time to get to that point where I was like, if something is bothering me, I just wear my shoes and I'm out for a walk. Okay. Like a brisk walk. And I keep asking questions, what exactly is going on? What do I have to be and do to change this? What needs to shift here? What are the different choices I can make? And then things start shifting. It might not shift immediately, but it starts shifting. Okay. And one of my personal favorite is when I'm out on a walk, I ask everything to make money for me. So if there is a pretty flower that I see, hi, would you make money for me? If I see a bird, hi, would you make money for me? I'm just inviting everything possible, every object, everything that I see, I ask it to make money for me. And money starts showing up from different places. That flower will not give me money, definitely, but there is a energy that I'm putting out into the nature. Hi, would you make money for me? You just ask. Okay. When you start asking, you'll start receiving, and it'll be effortless. And there'll be a level of ease with that. So everything that doesn't allow you to create with effortlessness and total ease, will you not destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, from good, bad, POC, online shots, boys and beyonds. And
Thank you,
a good-
Smriti, for this.
your-
Sorry, I'm Sonal here.
Sorry, Sonal. Sonal, just give me a minute. And Pooja, if every time you're eating, ask, so truth, who am I eating for? Because how many people are you aware of who are into emotional eating? And how much are you trying to compensate for them? So truth, who am I eating for? Okay. And it's like we tend to tap into other people's energy. So just be aware of that. And a small example I'll give you. I'd had my lunch around 12:30 and I went around 2:30, 2:45 to fetch my daughter from school. Okay. And while we were in the car, she kept saying, what's for lunch? I'm feeling really, really hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm like starving. And so I came home and I immediately washed my hands and I plated a meal for her. And I plated a meal for myself also. And my thoughts that were going on in my mind was, man, I'm so hungry, I'm starving. Okay. So I gave her her plate. And then I also sat down, I switched on the TV and I was like, man, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything since morning. And then I realized, hold on, I've already finished my lunch. Who am I eating for right now? So I actually became present to the fact that I'm having my lunch for the second time in just a couple of hours. And I kept thinking, I've not even had anything since morning. So sometimes it is that instantaneous, right? You just pick up and you forget what's going on. You choose not to be present in your body. So everywhere you're choosing to move away from your body all the time or not be present in your body, will you now destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, online shots, boys and beyonds. So hopefully these questions would contribute, Pooja.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes,
where will you be posting the recording for this call?
All over. Where did you find the call from? Like,
actually, Pramod had posted the link of this on another group.
Okay, so maybe it'll be on my page, Smriti Goswami, my Facebook page.
Okay, and like if I give you my number, can you add me to your group?
Sure. Can you give it to Darshna, Radiant Darshna? She will just send you the link. Or Darshna, if you have the link, can you post it here on the chat? It's yeah. All right.
Smriti, can you have a WhatsApp group also?
Yeah, I have a WhatsApp group.
Can you add me there?
Who's
Komal
this?
here. Komal here.
Komal, Darshna just putting the link here on the chat, so you can maybe join in. Yes,
Thank
Sonal.
you.
You're welcome. Sonal, go ahead.
Thank you. 2 acknowledgements. I have eaten so much during this Ramzan. You know that because like a lot of people cannot eat it. I have been eating like every 10 minutes because I'm so hungry. And now, of course, I ask the questions and I return back to the sender because like a lot of people are on the fast. And secondly, because I connect a lot with trees, what you said, no, that ask them, can you make a money and all that? Can you contribute to them? Because I literally feel a pull towards trees and earth. So thank you for that also.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right.
Can
cool.
I talk? Yeah, this is Mamta here.
Yeah, Mamta, I actually just have 10 minutes to do the energy pull. Yes, go ahead, quickly.
Yeah.
Mamta,
Yes,
Smriti, the link hasn't been posted. I don't think she's on the...
Yeah, she did.
Okay, right now, right. Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, Smriti, I would love to inform you that I've already done it with you already. The program, same program, it is highly contributive, and I'm keeping on listening the clearings, the way you had done all that thing. And the thing, every class, every month, whenever I have to pay, the money had showed up. As I had already explained you and shared you, Smriti, money had showed up. Like what happened with me, I even don't understand that. Then the last 2, 3, 4 means 2, 3 class I couldn't able to month to attend that. What happened with me that way?
You tell me. When you're making outside influences, outside choices, or outside circumstances more important than your choices, then that's what you'll create. Yeah. Right? If you're worrying about creation of money, then you are creating more lack.
Okay.
when you're not willing to choose. That's what it is. It's just a choice.
Fine.
It's like, I don't care how it shows up, it has to show up. I have to make sure this happens. Is when that determination, that commitment to choosing a change is what will create that for you. Also, where with those calls, can you acknowledge you started changing so much? And where did you get scared that I'm changing too much and people cannot identify with me, right?
Yes.
So you go and shut yourself down and pull yourself back into your cocoon because that is such a massive change. So sometimes we only keep creating our self-sabotaging patterns, and we just say, oh, we can't help it. This is what has happened. No, you can totally help it. Okay, you are only choosing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything that's just brought up for each one of you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right from good back,
Yes.
online shots, boys and beyonds. So let me quickly talk a little bit about clients and just do the energy pull with you guys. Very important. Anytime you have clients showing up for your business, and if you doubt your service or your product, let me just mute everyone. So anytime you have clients showing up for your business, but if you have even an iota of doubt about your service or whether you'll be able to create more for them or not, that is going to stop those clients from showing up. Suppose you are a facilitator, and if you doubt your facilitating abilities or you're not willing to be judged, you will invite people who will keep judging you and who will discount you or invalidate you. Okay, so again, be present to what is the vibration you're being. That is what you're projecting out to your clients. Okay, if you're not willing to be judged, you will not allow your creations to show up out in the world. Let's take, for example, if somebody is choosing to write a book, right? Now you've written a book and it's turned out really well. It's really beautiful. But then you start seeing and looking at the book through the eyes of all the people who will be reading it. And then you'll be like, oh, this friend is going to, criticize about these points, and that friend will not like this. And then all these this section of people will just sort of dismiss it. Now, what are you doing? You're going to conserve everything about that book. You'll just conserve your energy. You will not allow that energy of that creation of that book or that particular product to reach out to those people who are going to be judging you, who you think will be judging you. So what are you doing? You're keeping your creations very, very, very limited because you're not willing to be judged by the whole world. So what if people are judging you? Just because somebody is judging you doesn't make you that, right? You know what you're all about. You don't have to go around giving explanations to people. And if they're judging you, how does it get any better than this? What energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to turn these judgments, all of these judgments, 180 degrees to make lots of money for me? That's a good question to ask. Okay. And what do I mean by this? It's like when you're perceiving judgments, you immediately start stopping yourself from creating in any way. Okay. But the moment you allow those judgments to pass through you with no point of view is when you are willing to take those judgments and use them as a force to propel you into choosing more for yourself. Okay. There are just always two things that you can do with those judgments. Either allow them to stop you or use that as a fuel to fire your creations, create more for you. Okay. What would you choose? So everything that just brought up for each one of you, will you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right from good, bad, POC, all in shots, boys and beyonds. So let's quickly do the energy pulls. And yeah, the call just took its own direction. And well, what contribution was this to you? So let's talk about. So energy pulls is one of the tools in which you can use to sort of connect with people. Okay, get more customers and make more sales to use energy pulls. Okay, so there are different types of energy pulls. I will not go into that because that's part of a foundation class and it's part of the Joy Business classes. Okay. Right now, what all you need to do is create an energy ball exercise, which I will guide you. Okay. So energy pull is also a way to energetically reach people, a way to energetically reaching people and getting them interested in you or your products or your service. Okay. So how do you do that? So here's what you do. Create a ball of energy in front of you. Okay. Now you can give it whatever color you want. I love to create a golden energy ball. I just love the gold. Okay. 2 minutes. So now get the energy of your business, your project, your product, your service, or whatever it is that you would like to expand. Okay. Remember, you are not it. This is a separate entity. Okay. Now pull massive amounts of energy into your business. How do you do that? You just do it. I won't go into explaining it right now. Just ask to do it. Just perceive that energy and ask to do it. Okay. From the universe into that energy ball, and from that energy ball into your body and out of it. That's the flow of energy you have to create. Okay. Then pull massive amounts of energy from everybody all over the world into that business or project or product or service. Okay. And keep pulling energy from everybody who's looking for it and everybody who's not even aware that they're looking for it. Okay. From the clients. Keep pulling massive amounts of energy, like a whole big tsunami of energy. Okay. And now start asking that business to equalize that flow by sending little trickles of energy out to everybody all over the world. Okay. Even those people who are looking for your kind of business and are not even aware that this kind of business exists. Okay. Just send little trickles of energy to all those people. And that's it. That's all that you have to do. And this is something you have to do every day if possible. And it really contributes. Okay. Now, what else? You can release the energy ball exercise. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay.
Can we also connect to a person like this? Can we also connect to a person?
Yeah. You can connect to a person who owes you money. You can connect to certain people. Don't be vested in the outcome. Do not try to, control. Don't try to control. So,
for a better relationship, can we do this?
You can. You can.
So then you imagine the ball around that person.
Okay, just give me a minute. I just need to sort out something. Hold on. My daughter has a class starting at 6 and I'm just seeing how to work things around. You know what? I will end the call right now here and maybe we'll connect again because I just had till 6 o'clock. Or just hold on, I will log off and I'll log in again. Okay. Yeah, I have a son and I have a daughter. And yeah, so just be here and I'm just shifting to a different device. I'm just logging in from a different device and I'll complete the energy pull with you guys. Okay. So yeah, just a minute.